All right. This is serious, church. I'm going to leave her passed out for now. For a minute. I'm not going to wake her up. I just came from my friendly market. I know I'm screaming for help. This is probably going to be a cry church by the time I get done with it. I've been home now for 3 hours trying to get all my freaking props together so I can do something. I'm not going to dig out of here. Every time I go to do something, I've got props sitting here that I know I can use. I need a throne room, and I'm not kidding. I'm talking to you or you. You know who I'm talking about. I can only got 4 people in church. You're not following me? How do I know you're listening to me? I need some help. And by the way, Tim, down at Harding's Friendly Market, these are the bomb. They're very good. Sausage, egg, and cheese muffin. You can get them early in the morning down there in Richland, my kingdom. It's going to be a long one. It took me 3 hours to set some stuff here to get ready before I wake her up. Are you kidding me? She's going to be spitfire mad. I got Foxhole on closed caption. I got ideas coming in out of my wing. And I'm telling you, don't think that I don't see this stuff. And I just can't go fast enough. I'm going to have to, if I'm doing this by myself, because I realize I'm simulating what I want to simulate here. I'm going to come for Lindsay Lohan and her husband, Bader Shamas. I mean, it is what it is. I need to apologize to all the Catholics, Muslims, Christians, and Jews. Because what the Lord has blessed me with is for all of us. And I dropped the ball when Lindsay Lohan got married. I was done. I was telling him I wasn't going to do this. And then I got so doggone mad. This stuff I was seeing, that Jeffrey March, I'd like to fucking cut that fucking weirdo's head off. Are you kidding me? He doesn't need to be talking to our children like that. I don't even have kids. If that was my kid, if that guy lived next door to me, I'd be all over his ass telling him to get off that shit. He should be against the law. We shouldn't even have teachers like that. Are you kidding me? What's fucking wrong with this place? I was walking into Harding's. And I noticed that freaking boar's head was gone. I asked the lady, I said, what happened to the boar's head? She said, I had a short in it. We had to go fix it. That's why I'm calling Jeffrey Marsh on. I'm going to let him have a partner. He can go stick himself into that bug light. Word fight right here. I'm going to pick one too. I call him the Butcher. You know who I'm talking about. Damn it. He's going to be my partner. I got his wife, if you don't know what I'm talking about, something for Christmas. Buddy, I hope you don't mind, but this is for both of you. I know who runs your show. Bossa Nova. Merry Christmas to my butcher and his Bossa Nova. Now it's true. Sasquatch led me to the Lord.
That's a no-brainer. Anybody that knows him knows exactly who I'm talking about. Mr. Crawley. I told you. He's the one who taught me. But right now I'm hungry. I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off because this book right here tells me. Whoop. That book. Good book. That's not what I'm talking about. This book right here tells me. Lays it out for me right here. She's dumb. She's fearless. But it says, seek many advisors. The king is to seek many advisors to make victory sure. So that's what I'm doing. It's tailor-made, baby. Look at that. Are you kidding me? There's all kinds. I'm not even done with this. This is gold. Are you freaking kidding me? It's tailor-made. I'm done with it. But yeah, I'm crying a lot. I can't freaking move here. I want to call the kids down. She's got all kinds of presents for you. I got the list ready to go if I can wake her up. You're kidding me, right? I'm not going to be able to get you all a present. That's what I want to do. I'm starving. I ain't eating right. I don't know how she's doing. But like I said, I apologize to the Catholics, Muslims, and Christians and Jews. It wasn't until I got started again that I started tripping out over this stuff. You guys know where I've been. You know who I know. I'm going to tell you, if Trump don't get elected, you ain't going to never find out who I am. Because if Joe Rump is in there, I'm not doing this. I'm going to tell you that right now. In fact, to all the Catholics, Muslims, Christians, and Jews, I got some news for you. I was on the left until I met him. And it was about 2 months later that I flipped. I flipped the switch. Now I'm on the right. It was 2 issues. Same-sex marriage and abortion. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't stand up for them 2 issues and you're on the left, I'm calling you all over to the right. If you stand on those 2 right there, you're coming to the right. Every last one of you. I'm done playing this goddamn game with these fucking silly-ass pigs. I'm done. I am sick and tired of slinging this pig shit around. Now we are going to come together and do it. We got family in common. All of us. Muslims, Catholics, Christians, and Jews. And if you can't see what's going on, you're blind. We can do this together. Now I saw some Muslims on probably a TikTok or something, and I saw a Muslim. I don't remember his name, but I heard him say it. He said if Christians and Muslims would just come together, we could get a lot done. That's what's going on here. I'm the guy. I'm just the guy. That's all. I'm discovering this stuff. I want to put my logo on everything. Yeah, obviously, I want a lawyer. I do. We got books right now telling me that I identified as Melchizedek in the Old Testament. You get my drift. We're going to have problems in the United States for a minute because you're going to respect me according to the laws you're making for these fucking weirdos. I identify as Melchizedek. That's not a joke. He gave me that name. I had that 1994. I've been arguing with him since 1994 over this. After my Kaiser role told me to do a study on Melchizedek, because I told him a kid called me Melchizedek because I prayed and asked for the Detroit Lions football team. Why? Because it was a desire of my heart when I was a kid. You're kidding me, right? You remember that? See, now I got stuff all over the place. And I know it's here, damn it. And that's the problem. I just knew where I wanted to go with it. I could show you something, but now I don't know where I fucking put it. I need some help here. This is for real. And because I'm supposed to seek many advisors to make victory sure, the problem with this doggone gig is, you know, that I wanted to simulate the return of Christ. So, to parallel what the hell is going on here, obviously, you know I'm here. I gotta tell you to follow me. All of you kids at Gull Lake, to win these prizes and all the games begin, I need you to follow me and give me a name. It either starts out with king or queen. You can use prince or princess if you're single and you want to do that. But in my kingdom, you're all kings and queens in the end. I know I come out and claim to be Melchizedek. It's going to be hard for a lot of people to believe that. After the lightning bolt, or the night of the lightning bolt, actually, and about 10 minutes into it, I was backing up in the rain, and I was laughing. The first thing I said, "What are you doing with my life?" I was flipping out. And I buckled because I thought of Lindsay Lohan, and I said, "What about the girl?" And I buckled in my yard. And then I said, "You are my wife. Goodbye, city life." And I'm looking up, and I've got my hands in the air. Green Acres is my friend. And I just busted out laughing. And I'm backing up into the yard 15, 20 feet. And I ended up just laughing. And in my head, all kinds of, everything's flooding for the past few years. And I tell him, prior to what happened the night before, I tell him, I said, "My gosh, Lord, I'm going to just tell them the truth, and they're going to turn around. I got to turn around and tell them it's not my idea," because I was convinced he changed my name in 1994, but I thought I was loco and no moco because I didn't hear audible voices. I called the Kaiser roll up in the middle of the night, crying, and although I knew what he was saying, that's when I came up. So I'm going to walk in there and tell them I'm Melchizedek for such a time as this. I am not kidding. Now, what happened where I picked up such a time as this, it was at Grand Rapids School of the Bible and Music. It was after I had a crush on this girl, Rosemary, and she married this guy, Matthias. So it's got to be the second year after this. It was the second year. It was coming off the roof. When all this stuff is coming together, and I'm saying some of the craziest stuff. I was calling this the King and Queen of Hearts. My dad had given me this Chuck Swindoll, Living Above the Level of Mediocrity tape series. And he did a part on Esther, and the main theme was Esther for such a time as this. Well, I was at a point in my walk where it went from building one treatment center, if I could have a one-hit wonder. I started calling it a rapture-ready ministry. I was stocking the treatment centers full of food and water. It wasn't until 2003, several years later, that I started putting farms on them. So you got to see how this all unfolds to really understand what's going on here. And I'm not kidding. I'm talking to all you Catholics, Muslims, Christians, and Jews. I'm not going to take credit for this. I got a lightning bolt. I'm just going to say it like this. I don't tell you the truth. I don't know if you know the God I know, but he can hit me with that lightning bolt. What does that mean? He's given me the power to hit you with one. Are you kidding me? We're just getting started. I'm going to open a can of whip ass. I want caskets, and I want a giant psychedelic pig on an altar in this parade I'm building for Trump. Trump, 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 Trump. Trump, Trump, Trump. I'm going to have signs in my parade. I'm going to have all the Catholics, Muslims, Christians, and Jews saying I love you to each other. I'm going to have a giant psychedelic pig on an altar. I got to make some phone calls before I tell you the rest. When I get a hold of my big banana, he's from China. You don't think I'm doing business with him? You got another thing coming. He goofed up, and I'm pissed. He put my pearl in the air. It was supposed to be my big one eye in the sky, baby. He almost wrecked my big O. You don't know that, do you? Big O's frayed balloons. She has to get dressed in the dark. I know that. She's one of mine. I told you. I'm in. You think that's a joke? What are you smoking?